Akame ga Kill is a manga with many sensitive topics, like abuse, violence, and gore, so proceed with caution. Also, there will be some spoilers. If you think Akame ga Kill is garbage, you are not wrong. But you know what they say, right? One man's trash is another man's treasure. If you watched the video about my top 100 mangas, you know that Akame ga Kill got a spot on the list. And some of you didn't like that at all, even being a list about my favorite mangas and not a list about the best ones. But whatever, I can clearly understand why a lot of people dislike this series. But I like it for what it is. This edgy, gory, fun manga that you can turn your brain off and have a blast. In this video, we're going to talk about what makes Akame ga Kill interesting as well as what makes it flawed. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and express your opinion in the comment section. So now, let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. Akame ga Kill is very edgy. Some people might even say that its edginess is overpowering, but I have to disagree. In my opinion, the author Takahiro don't try at all to hide the edginess of this piece, because the main character here is the epitome of being edgy. And no, I'm not talking about Tatsumi here. The real main character of Akame ga Kill is not Tatsumi nor Akame. The real main character is actually Akame ga Kill's world. And I swear I'm not insane. Maybe just a little, but bear with me. The universe of Akame ga Kill is the real protagonist. Its world was built in such a crazy way that in it, being kind or having empathy might literally kill you. This world reminds us how selfish and egocentric we are, and that we gotta step on people so we can achieve what we want. Because if not, others will do that to you. When you embrace the world of Akame ga Kill for what it is, it's when you're able to really enjoy this manga. All the backstories aren't used just to give more layers and context to the characters in general. They're actually used to flesh out the world of Akame ga Kill. The real thing here is watching how the characters deal with their edgy/tense reality. Some of them accept the world they are in and get molded by it, while others reject it and fight to change it. Now, with all that said, we have a big negative side to the world being the main character. This manga only has around 80 chapters. That if you are a seasoned otaku, you know that it ain't much, resulting in a weird pace throughout the story. Some characters don't have enough time to shine and just die, while some fights feel kinda rushed. I didn't find any info on why the author concluded this piece with such few chapters, but it was probably their choice from the beginning, which is a shame to me. If we could double the amount of chapters, I feel as this manga would be better overall. On a separate note, something that a lot of people tend to forget is that this manga is a shonen that was very successful on breaking classic shonen stereotypes while getting a lot of attention and becoming one of the most popular manga/anime of its generation. Hating it or not, this manga is special. Alongside with tragedy, the action is one of the story's main selling points. The action is plentiful and brutal beyond your imagination. It is extremely vivid as characters are torn limb from limb, and blood is everywhere. It's exhilarating and thrilling, yet grotesque and disturbing. The art of Akame ga Kill is simply breathtaking. All the effort of the illustrator Tetsuya Tashiro really paid off. His drawings beam with personality and originality, and hit the spot both on the fighting and on the emotional scenes. Plot-wise, this manga is nowhere near a magnificent work of originality, but the boldness of the author keeps you on your toes. At the same time that a lot of the characters don't get the time to shine and die in a horrible and quick way, there are many characters that you connect with and you catch yourself thinking like,
oh damn, not this one, please, just this one.
And they will probably die. The fact that the main characters are all vulnerable to death throughout the story is a breath of fresh air for a shonen manga. Some people might say that Akame ga Kill doesn't have interesting villains outside of Esdeath, and I got to disagree. There is Kurume too, aka my favorite Akame ga Kill character who got butchered by the anime. But now being serious, I have to agree with this statement. Overall, the villains are indeed very bland and forgettable, but at least we have Esdeath that is a powerhouse of a villainess.
No, Mango! She's just edgy and hot!
And you can say that again, my dear viewer, she's for sure the baddest bitch around. That said, Esdeath has other features that make her a compelling antagonist. Her sense of justice was warped by her environment. While growing up, she understood that if you're not strong, you're going to get killed. So those who are weak deserve to be ruled by those who are strong. Like that classic Trafalgar D. Law quote, "The weak don't choose how they die." Esdeath has a characteristic not so commonly seen in powerful antagonists though. She cares about her comrades and is very invested in people. A lot of people don't like her whole thing about loving Tatsumi and all, but I have to disagree. Maybe Esdeath's love for Tatsumi was mostly a literary device to make her more human and more likable, but I think character-wise, this behavior actually makes a lot of sense. Esdeath's love comes from Tatsumi's personality. In fact, it makes sense that a sadistic and dominating personality like Esdeath, who also gives a huge importance to strength, is attracted to someone like Tatsumi, who has the potential to be as strong as her, but by being young can still be manipulated and submissive to her will. Esdeath is a character that is not too hard to predict, but something that I really enjoy is that she didn't change because of Tatsumi. A powerful female character that stays true to herself until death, rather than one that would change just because of a love interest, is always nice to see. Well, this manga has many problems, but not a single one of them is the lack of excitement. When you read Akame ga Kill, you are in for the hype, for the edgy world building, and above all, for the connection with the story and its characters. Not all of them, of course, but the ones you connect with are definitely worth it. In a nutshell, Akame ga Kill is a tragedy-filled shonen with stimulating action, heartbreaking drama, and occasional comedy and romance. People will be willing to overlook the flaws of something just as long as they personally enjoy it. Your love for manga should not come from how good the story was or how well it was rated. It should come from your heart. I absolutely love this piece. Akame ga Kill will always have a spot in my heart. That said, 6.5 out of 10. And that's it for today, guys. Keep doing what you love, explore new things, and as always, keep reading manga. Bye!
なるほど。これは確かに見たことのないタイプだな。食うなよ。